Welcome to the Citrus Podcast Show, your fresh squeeze of music, art, and culture. As always, I'm your host, Richy. Today's episode is brought to you by Security and Firearms Training Academy, located in Northern California. If you're looking to become a security guard or gain the necessary skill sets and certifications in the civilian defense industry, head on over to safta-inc.com or click the link below. Use promo code CITRUS to get 10% off your classes upon sign up. SAFTA takes pride in helping those who actively make our community a safer place to live. Again, use promo code CITRUS to receive 10% off your classes. Also brought to you by Wavy Dad Club. Dad life doesn't mean your style has to suffer. New styles from Wavy Dad Club keep you looking fresh, comfortable, and effortlessly cool. Made for dads by dads. Check out wavydadclub.com to join or use promo code CITRUS10 for 10% off your next order. Again, that's CITRUS10 for 10% off your next order. Our special guest today is a rapper, singer, and producer, the creator of Audio Drips, one of the biggest producers out of the Bay right now. We have young Darz pulling up in foreign cars.
Hey, man. What a great build up to that, man. I appreciate that, bro.
Thanks for coming out, man.
You're welcome, man.
Welcome
this is lit.
Yeah, welcome to the Citrus Podcast Show. Welcome to the Atrium. It's good to have you here, man.
Crazy. Set is crazy, bro. Woohoo! Loving it. Stage, I can't wait to get on the stage.
So I wanted to ask you, actually, where did your tag come from?
My tag, jeez, bro. So there's a song where I said it as a verse. I was like, young Darz pulling up in foreign cars, and like people would call me, and when like something's catchy and they call you that has they young Darz pulling up in foreign cars every single time. So like I'm gonna just use that as a tag.
Yeah.
And ended up working out, bro, and I just kept it since. I said it, and then it's been doing it ever since. Dope. Crazy. Yeah, it just worked out.
What's your favorite foreign?
Gotta go with the Beamer, bro.
Yeah.
I still have my Beamer too that has drips on it.
Okay.
It's broken down, but it just has like so much like sentimental value. Yeah. I want to get rid of it. But yeah, can't go wrong with that. I want another one, but man, too many problems, bro. Yeah. It be breaking down, bro. Now we in a Civic. You know what I mean? It's unreliable, you know? Yeah.
For the listeners at home who aren't familiar with Darz, you want to give us a little bit about, how you got started into making music? I was kind of curious, what started first? Were you a producer first, or you got into rapping and singing first? Or
I wanted to get into like engineering.
Okay.
That was like my first thing. Like I didn't want to be a producer. I didn't want to be an artist or anything like that. But I wanted to engineer. I wanted to like somehow like mix and master songs. But I didn't have like music to mix. So like, I'm gonna just dabble in some beats.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna mix these. And then, you start doing them so often, you started to like it. It's starting to sound good. So I was like, okay, I was mixing beats and then I was sending them out to artists.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, send me the vocals. I'm gonna edit the vocals, right? But then like, first producer, you don't really get that many artists. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put my own vocals on this thing, bro. And then from there, just slowly becoming an actual artist and a producer. But I still love like mixing and mastering. I feel like that's like never gonna change. It's just a process of hearing something from the beginning and then the polished version at the end. Even though there's probably like 30 versions of it. Yeah, and it's a perfectionist, man. Love it though.
So were these like reference tracks that you were making to send out, or was it just beats? Or
it was just beats at first. I just only now started doing like reference tracks, but before it was just beats, empty beats with and then the artist just hops on the full song and then I would try to mix it.
Okay.
Back in like SoundCloud days, bro.
Yeah.
So like the bar wasn't too high. You can shout out SoundCloud, bro.
So how old were you when you first started getting
music?
into it? Yeah.
Professionally, I probably started like after high school. So I was probably like 18, 19 when I like started taking it for real. But it all started like kindergarten or middle school or elementary. I would do
you making beats out
table beats
in the schoolyard?
Yeah, in class, bro. Like I would do no work, just table beats, bro.
Was that with like the pen and the pencil?
The pens we was playing, like grinding. Okay. We was playing, all of that stuff, bro. And but I did notice like not everybody could do it. So like why can't y'all? It's so easy. Like you're right. Nobody could do it, but I would do it because the song's popping and then everybody rap to whatever this and that. But I did that from elementary to high school.
Okay.
And I would get in trouble. Like it was to a point where like I would do it without like trying to do it.
Yeah.
And they're like, stop. And I'm like, my bad. It just happens. Like I just randomly think but then my friend, like in shout out Michael, he invited me to a drumline camp my sophomore year. During the summer, he was like, try out. I'm like, try out to drumline? I've never played drums in my life. I'm like Nick Cannon over there, but like I'm literally just copying what everyone's playing because I can't read notes. So when everyone's doom, 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 I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Trying to catch up, but I ended up making it, which is crazy.
It was like a natural talent. Then I guess you kind of just had it.
Yeah. I ended up playing the bass drum, and I did that all of high school. Did the marching band, and we did everything. It was fun. I had to carry on that big old drum though. I'm telling you, bro. Marching in that big old drum is crazy.
Hurt your back or what?
I mean, you have this harness. It kind of like balances the weight, but still like it's hot. You're marching for so long, and then there's this parts where you have to just stand still. And you got this drum is. I wish I have a picture. It's huge, bro. The marching drum is different, bro. It's crazy though. But yeah, I started doing that, and then that evolved into like learning how to read. And then from learning to read music, composing my own, creating melodies. And I always had the drum part down, so it all just came together.
What were some of the first artists that you were starting working with when you first got into producing? What
was it? We had this group called, not a lot of people know this. It was during SoundCloud. We had this group called Flight TV.
Okay.
Met bro from SoundCloud. Honestly, I forgot his name, bro. But we started I just started sending him beats and he would rap on them. And then I started doing like these YouTube tutorials, like how to make beats.
Okay.
And it was like off some like ripped off Adobe Premiere, like
the crack version
back in the day. And then I had like this Canon PowerShot, like some old camera.
Okay.
And then that's where I started doing the editings for the videos. But he would be the first one, and then obviously I would go to high school. And after high school, me and my friends started the group Audio Drips. Caliph, RP, my boy Caliph. Then I linked up with like Bass, Matt, Stefan.
Yeah.
And we just took it from there. Now, Miles is one of the first ones too. He's the first one to ever buy my beat.
That's crazy.
Like we bought it like LMC was community college. He bought my beat, and this is like 2000. This is fresh out of high school, bro. Like this is 2012.
So you guys were young.
Yeah.
Started.
Yeah.
Go way back.
We go way back for real. And
what does that feel like? Now like where you are and where he is. He's blowing up like
crazy. Yeah. I mean, because we created this sound like nobody had. Like how we linked up again is I'm Sue started doing those challenges.
Okay.
He did like the
verse challenges,
verse challenges. Okay. You feel me? And then Miles did one. Sue posted it. I did one. Sue posted. I think it was a By My Side one or something like that. And I'm like, hey, bro, that's Brody from college. We tapped in. I'm like, I see you still doing music. Like that's what's up. So I hit him up, told him I did this. I used to have something called Dose of Drips, and it was I would bring an artist in, make the beat same night. They record a verse same night, and then we'll go to my garage. And I would shoot like a mini video. Like I had like the speakers with the LED lights and the microphone.
Was that like a series you guys?
Yeah, I started. It was a series, and we did one song. And I didn't even know he was like Christian artist, like because we were making like Bay Area music.
This was Miles you're talking about?
Miles, yeah. And now it's like the reason I go back to that is because like we created this sound that this empty space did not have. There was no Christian, Bay Area, hyphy,
right?
Rap That category was non-existent.
Yeah.
And we flooded, and it worked out. And I feel like people who aren't, Christians can also relate to the music already because of the beat.
Yeah.
The beat itself is like a lot of when we first started working together, like when I thought of Christian, I was like, it was always like those gospel, like worship music.
Yeah.
It was nothing. This is like completely new to me too. Like, but seeing him take that further and being a part of that, and it just being the beginning, like we're now like infiltrating like the mainstream. Crazy. Christian artists on Rolling Loud, bro. Like, what?
That's insane. Hey, and that was so cool hearing your tag on like.
Bro, I still get chills, bro.
Yeah,
it's so crazy. You're like, I'm like, yo, what the?
Yeah, no, me and Mission were talking about that on his episode because, yeah, I feel like that's like a challenge in itself to get, people that maybe don't share the same beliefs to listen to that style of music, So it's like you got like. Multiple things up against you, because you're trying to make music that everyone wants to listen to, but also you're trying to put the word out there and,
trying to stay true to it.
Yeah. Put your truth to it and, also spread the word of God. So that's
crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy how it's progressed. And now it's like there's so many artists that are.
It's flooded.
Yeah.
Like out of nowhere. Like they just all spawned.
Yeah.
They were like tucked, bro. Now it's like everyone's like kind of just accepting like that type of music. But it's one of them categories where like you fall in love with the song before you even know what the song is about. The beat itself, you feel me? Like
huge part of it.
And first few listens, you probably don't even know it's the Christian rap. Yeah. And the first person I remember, because I used to DJ for fun to play my own music at house parties. Okay. It was Lecrae.
Yeah, Lecrae.
Lecrae did that song "I'm Turned."
Okay.
And it's about not being turned at all. At a party, not being turned. But I'm playing it at a party where everyone's being turned. No one knows about it.
But were they feeling it?
Yeah. The beat slap.
Yeah. Yeah. He was like one of the first. Like I remember,
he's like, I'm turned without being turned. It was crazy. But he was definitely like, I went back to it like, dang, that's actually one of them first songs was like, I didn't know he was even a Christian artist. Like I just thought his song was dope. His music was fire. Yeah. At the end of the day, that's all that matters, to be honest with you.
True.
Make good music.
100%. Let's talk a little bit more about Miles Minnick. And it looks like, you're part of the Glow gang over here. You got some drip right here.
You got the ice. Shout out Miles Minnick. Shout out to the Glow.
Yeah.
We just got the major Empire deal through Glow. Miles did it.
That's huge.
He also started his label under Empire with the Glow. And it's just starting.
Is he a part of Audio Drips or
No. Audio Drips was my own thing. Glow is like me and Miles collective type of thing.
Okay.
We started it after like we did those episodes I told you in the garage.
Yeah.
Came up with the Glow. Just been running it for the past freaking how long? That was like 18, almost 10 years.
Wow.
8 years.
It's been a long time coming.
I know, but yeah, it's just starting, bro. We're just like I said, we're just infiltrating the mainstream, and it's only 3 months in. So, well, I guess 4 months.
I want to hear a little bit about some of your inspirations, when you got into music, producing, and then also what goes into, making your beats. Like, how do you start? I know you do a lot of videos where you're kind of like making a beat live for people.
Yeah, I mean, I always was inspired with like the MPC drumline alone, even before I was in drumline. So I normally like start with the drums like 90% of the time. And of course, like the inspiration is just being from the Bay, listening to like 40, Too Short, Fab, Keek. It just that heavy bass, them 808s, them sharp 808s.
Would you say that's like a signature of your?
For me?
Yeah.
I think for me would probably be like the stomps.
Okay.
And yeah, I like doing like melodies with bass, which is different. But those two are my main, and the DJ scratches, but heavy bass.
Gotta have the heavy bass.
I'm doing bass with 808s and then side chaining them. Like it's that much bass, bro. But yeah, you don't know all that stuff unless you're mixing.
How do you start making a beat? I mean, are you looking up inspirations, references, or do you just
sometimes you get an artist that's like, hey, I'm looking for something like this, and obviously then you go for that, and then okay, I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna add my style to it. Sometimes, most of the times, you just go in there, get the piano, and not do nothing crazy with the piano. Try to get a bass line, something that's catchy. That's what I go for. A bass line that's kind of repetitive, but it doesn't get boring. And then obviously you just add the kicks in there, the claps, and you got yourself a beat. Then stack the melody.
Are you doing a lot of sampled stuff, or
I am now?
You are now.
I am now. Splice, obviously, just you can't get away from it. Like you just hear, you're just trying to go through Splice, trying to find like an 808. You hear a sample, like whoa, hold on, let me. But I try not to do that because a lot of producers are getting it. So you're starting to hear like samples that are reused in multiple areas in multiple songs. So I try not to do that. If I do grab a sample though, I try to like pitch it down and try to make it different from everybody else's stuff. But definitely now I've been trying to sample for sure. It's been fun.
Who are some of your favorite artists that you've worked with, and like some records that just stand out to you that was just like, oh yeah, like I'm so happy that I got to produce that record.
I mean, my bro Bass, which is part of Audio Gist, we did albums together. We got our first viral songs together. Like everything we did it was always together. It was kind of like a duo thing. Those songs to me are like timeless. Especially when they get synced. So I have songs from like 10 years ago that we did, and they get synced up, and then like, damn, I forgot we made this song. This song really slaps.
Is that like sync licensing you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
So songs like that are just timeless. We started doing music. Well, we started going viral for our music, like that R&B bass. Mm-hmm. Like that DJ Mustard, that 2 a.m. sound, that, you know what I mean? We ran with that. We ran that and then made it Bay, which is it's kind of already Bay. That sound is like an R&B Bay, which is why it's called. You know what I mean? But I mean, Bay. I would say Bass for sure is one of them artists where we just have too many like classic songs that everybody loves, and albums and then albums. It's a lot of songs. I can't even count how many songs we've done together. It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you got a bunch in the archives, and
we had too many. I'd be like, "Hey, bro, I'm dropping a project." Never dropped the project. Probably got like 2 projects in the archive, just me alone.
Hey, kick us some game for the artists at home. I want to learn a little bit more about the sync licensing. How you got into that. Some huge placements. Yeah. TV, movies, even like sporting games. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I got lucky. I got super lucky. Like during that time where me and Bass was doing those songs, there was a company that reached out to us, and they were like, distribution. At first, I was like, what comma I was distribution? Because at that time, like not everybody was getting distro deals. Like you couldn't just upload. I mean, it was at the start where like you could upload your song. At that time, I was doing like CD Baby. Which like DistroKid, whatever, same thing.
So you're talking about like third-party distribution.
Yeah. That was like new. That was like just happening. So like when your song comes out, it's not a lot of underground artists that are coming out on iTunes and boom, boom, boom. Like they're dropping on SoundCloud or SoundClick, YouTube. Like no one was dropping on iTunes. But we got the distribution deal that came with publishing. And at the time, like we like publishing whatever, boom, boom. We just wanted to upload as much music as we can, not have to pay for each song we upload, because again, this is back in the day, like we broke, and we had to pay every song and pay to keep our song on there to make money. Like nah, but the distro popped up. Got lucky. I got this email. Thank God it was real, legit.
Yeah.
But it took a minute. Like we talked about it a few times. But the publishing side, like. It's something you have to already be like part of. like at that time it was Adam. He did we did like navy blue, Orchard. I don't know if you heard of Orchard. It was under Sony at one point.
Those are distros?
That's our publishing.
Oh, those are publishing.
He worked for those companies, and they already have like trust with other like medias or whatever, shows, direct or whatever the connect is. Like they trusted his portfolio. So whenever we drop projects, he would bless us and put it on his portfolio. Obviously, he would get a cut, and we thought about it at the time. And like it was a big number, but when we thought about it, we're like, this is a number we're probably never gonna get anyways. So it's either we take X amount or we never get X amount ever.
Yeah.
Because who do I know that's gonna put me on Netflix? Like nobody, bro.
Makes sense.
So I was like, we'll just do it. So we do it. We ended up getting worth it. Obviously, it was worth it. But I mean, there's people now getting like crazy syncs. I don't know how they're doing it though. Like allegedly they're getting it through like DistroKid. But for me, I just had someone personal that worked on it with the small team. So it wasn't like a large label where they got to deal with hundreds and thousands of artists. It was literally just like 10. It was like me, and I think like Paul Wall was in it, and what's bro name was? Dang it, I forgot his name, bro. It's this white rapper. He's going crazy right now though. Dang, I forgot his name, but he got tattoos everywhere.
Kasky?
Nah, I forgot his name. But he's part of that. They're all part of the same group.
Yeah,
he did an M sample not too long ago. Millies,
thank you, with the Z at the end.
Yeah, Millies. He's part of the same team. Like my publisher is his publisher. But
so does Audio Drips do publication and or publishing and distribution as well, or?
Yeah. I mean, I used to, but we're currently shifting into a new direction. Which, you know, I got some big news I can't really say yet.
Oh man,
but
we need the big news on the Citrus podcast.
We're definitely moving into a bigger space where we could work with. Where we'll have more tools and use our arts and get more reach out of it. But at one point we were distributing. Like I had artists, like it wasn't like signed either. Like it was just for the love. Like people would want your music, you just work with us, boom, boom. And we just upload your music, you get your cut, and then whoever's the publisher, obviously, or the distributions gets their cut, obviously. But
so you used to do that, but now you're switching over. There's some news you can't drop yet.
Yep, there's a bigger building somewhere on the side of here, and then we moving in. You feel me?
Okay.
You can't talk about it yet, but this, you know what I mean? It's huge, bro. I can't wait to announce it though, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, well, you got to give us something on Citrus Podcast. So I want to hear some of your performances that you guys have done. Maybe some crazy stories. Some shows. I know we did a show together. Brick and Mortar. SF. So.
I was there. I think that was my last like performance, and we were drinking. Like
at that one that I was at?
No, it was the one. It was last October, like the year after we did or something like that. I was so drunk. I was on stage, bro, and I forgot like 80% of my lyrics.
Oh man, it happens, man.
And the sound guy was like messing up I don't even want to.
Hey, but you guys bring squad out. I
try to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to. I definitely try to. It's all homies too. Like we just be having fun drinking, and then I get to perform in front of them and in front of the fans, and it's fun.
Yeah, no, definitely fun. Even at our show, everyone was going crazy.
Yeah, your set was lit too, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
Cause you had the whole band and the guitar and everything.
Yeah,
I remember that thing. That shit was lit.
We always do it that way. We got to do another one sometime.
I know,
soon,
bro. I know.
We got that one song. I know you sent me a lot of production. I need to get back to it. And
we definitely should work here sometime, bro, for sure.
Yeah, no, you're welcome here.
Crazy,
anytime. Bro. We got the equipment.
That'll be crazy.
Yeah.
The sound now, we could get some crazy stuff in.
Have you done any like touring with some of like the artists that? you produced for?
I mean, I would stop by a few stops of the tour, but I wouldn't be on the complete tour. I mean, I just produce. I could produce from the house, send it to them, and then I don't really got to be out there. You feel me? But big shows, I definitely try to go out and fly out if it's not out here locally. Like the Glow Fest and huge crowds, bro. Miles stuff, but I wish. But hopefully this year I'll be just chilling, touring. You feel me? Just making music and living off of it. That's the goal. That's the goal for sure.
Did you know when Miles was doing Rolling Loud, like his set, that a lot of them were going to be produced by you, or?
I mean, we've done so many shows, so like I kind of have an idea already. He has so many songs, but they're not released yet.
Okay.
And obviously, we had months back. We did we had an Airbnb. And he kind of just went over the schedule, and he's like, "Bro, I'm doing the Rolling Loud." I'm like, "What?" But we just use that time to make new music. And like I said before, like he would do other sets, and he would have there's just some hitter songs that you just have to perform in front of a crowd. You feel me? And I got like 3 of them. So like the intro, the Christ-like, which is his brand. We got Boosted Up, which is just a banger. And then we got more coming in, like crazy.
Did you do the one that was with Lecrae? Or?
I didn't.
Oh, not that one. Okay.
I didn't have it sent. But they are working on a project. You may hear my tag on there.
You sent them the care package?
You may hear my tag on there. One time for the one time, you know what I mean?
That's dope, man. Tell us more about your personal music. Some. I know you've done a lot of collabs with people that are on Audio Drips, but what are some of your favorite songs? And tell us a little bit about what you're going to be performing tonight.
So I like producing high energy stuff, but like when I want to record, it's like slow, like blast type vibe, like super melodic, with heavy bass, obviously. I mean, I'm low key kind of fading away from like the whole artist rapper phase. I still do it for fun, and then I try to like do reference tracks and then send them out. But that's kind of like today's vibe with it. Like it's slowly fading away, and I'm becoming more just producer.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. I have fun with it. It's just not as fun to me right now as producing. I always have these phases though in my career, so you never know. And performing, we finna perform right there, Atrium. We at the Citrus Podcast. I'm performing a song that I edited, so it sounds good on live stage. You know what I mean?
Close Friends, right?
Close Friends, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the making of that.
We was on Twitch.
Oh, you made it live on Twitch?
We made it live.
Okay.
Shout out to my cousin Heem. He's here with us right now. We just went on Twitch, and I normally like just invite the homies. We just drinking, and then we just like record songs for fun. Like a lot of them aren't artists, so I write for them, and it's just like good vibes. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like we made Close Friends. I did the hook on the chorus, and we recorded the whole process on Twitch.
That's crazy.
And it came out fire, so like, dude, we should actually like. A lot of the songs don't get published. With this one, like, we should actually kind of release this one. Like, this one's a vibe. I fuck with this one. You feel me?
Was the chat hyping you guys up while you were making it?
Like the chat be giving us like ideas.
Okay.
So we kind of be bouncing off energy sometimes, and then you feel me? Like a lot of the people in the chat are my friends anyway. So like, you should say this. You should say this. I'm like, okay, bet. Let me try it. Boom, boom, boom. It's dope. Fun. The process is different. It's fun. I like doing stuff like that for sure.
Do you do that often? The live streams? Or?
I haven't recently. But I do want to get back to it. The process of making music live, fun.
Yeah, see, I would do that, but I never know. It's hit or miss. Like if I'm gonna make a banger or not.
You just gotta be confident. Just go with it.
Yeah.
I feel like the pressure when you're on live, like there's just so much of a creative pressure. Like I said, I did those series where I would make the beat the same night, they record a verse. A lot of those. So like when I go into studio sessions, most of the times I'm making a beat right there. I don't have like a beat pack.
Okay. It's all from scratch. Just
I like to bounce energy.
Yeah.
Make the beat specifically for that artist.
That's dope.
That's why when people are like, you got any beats? I'm like, I don't. But if you want one, let's talk. Let's see what you're into. Boom, boom, and then
fully custom.
Exactly.
Do you have a home studio you work out of, or you go into other studios?
Both. I have mines. Obviously, I just record on the Shure.
SM7B.
SM7B. I like that one because like I have. I used to have the blue microphone, Baby Bottle, I think it was called, but it had like too much of a high end.
Yeah.
And I like the Shure SM7B.
We're gonna get some of those for
this one.
Yeah, for the podcast mics.
Yeah.
Upgrade those soon.
They take up a lot of power.
Yeah. A lot of gain.
But yeah, I had that, and then obviously I just have a Apollo USB, and then I like my virtual VSTs with the 1073, the CO1Bs, and all the stuff there. But if I want to like spend a night in a different space, kind of like clear my head, I do have a studio in the city. Shout out JMO. He lets me in there, and then we have like the actual 1073s and the CO1Bs and TubeTech EQs. And that's kind of like my space where I kind of want to switch it up or have people come over and just record some high quality stuff because, you know, the house be crazy sometimes.
Dustin, will you hit the... Oh, would you say that you're doing like references at your spot and then you're taking it to the other studio, or?
Sometimes. Okay. A lot of the times, I would say probably like 80% of the times they're just recorded at my house. Sometimes I would prefer it recorded at my house. And I'd be surprised sometimes I like, dang, I got this quality. Because I don't have a booth. Like the mic is literally like this. And I'm like, because it's like I stream. So like the mic's right here. And then I also have a pop filter. But there's literally no other treatment. I have like the walls kind of treated. But like that's literally it.
I feel like that's more comfortable too. And if an idea comes to you, you just boom, you got the mic right there. You know, you don't have to run to the booth. There's so many times when I used to have a closed booth, you know, hitting record and booking it into the
Yeah, the last time I was at the studio, I took the mic out the booth. It was right where the mixing station is.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I always record myself. I hate when I have like an engineer. It just, my flow is messed up. Like, my energy, my creativity gets like disrupted. I don't know if you feel you're the same way as an artist too. Like my workflow is fast in Pro Tools. Like I said, I wanted to be an audio engineer, so like my shortcuts on Pro Tools crazy. So I'm like like record. I do that, but for myself too. So like when it comes to like a producer, another engineer, I'm like, dang, like this is taking too long. Like even though they're cool, it's just that I like to work on my own pace.
Have you seen the guy who does everything like twice as fast and then he slows down the beat after?
I did. That's crazy. Like his rank FL Studio. They like he's Grandmaster FL Studio like it's a video game, bro.
Would you say you're doing that speed? Or?
No, heck no. They on different levels, bro. That's crazy. They be at like 300 BPM and slow it down. Like what?
They need to be doing like competitions for that. Have you guys out there who can put together a song?
Start it.
Yeah.
Make some content out there. You got to make a 400 BPM beat and then slow it down 3 times, bro. That's crazy. Nah, shout out to them though, because I don't know how they do it. I feel like I would just crash mentally, bro.
Yeah.
I try to venture into like EDM.
Okay.
But it's just so unorganized for me. Like I have like ADHD, like everything has to be neat. Like 16 bars, intro 8, 8-bar hook, 16 bars.
You're talking about the structure
everything.
Of the song? Okay.
But yeah, when it comes to like EDM, you have like this thingy and then it's gonna go, I don't know, bro. It's too much, bro. Have you tried it?
Tempo changes.
Then you start going halftime and then all these automations and
it's too much.
It's too much. I can't do it. I always wanted to do something like it, but it's just I can't mentally. I physically can't do it.
It's good to venture out though, try different things, and then come back to, you know, what you're best at.
Yeah. My workflow is just too locked in. It's hard to like change it up.
Would you give a little more game to the listeners at home? Maybe give us your vocal chain, or is that the secret sauce?
No, I'd be live streaming it. So I mean, obviously, a mic, good volume, get your gain right. 1073. I normally boost a little high end on the knobs, and then the CO1B, I would duck. I don't know.
What's the CO1B? Is it a compressor? Or?
Yeah,
Okay.
the compressor. And I would duck the CO1B like, I don't know, 2 dB of gain, and then get the gain back with like a 2A or a 3A.
LA2A?
Yeah,
okay.
one of those. And then a Tube Tech EQ. The Tube Tech EQ is the one though. Like you can get the high end and it's not sounding harsh. That's the secret. That's the secret code right there. That's the Tube Tech.
It's the secret sauce?
I think so.
Okay.
I think it's slept on for sure.
Dope, man.
And it's at 1073.
1073, yeah. The Neve.
That warmth,
we got
body.
We got the analog unit over there, so
Yeah.
we need to use it more. So you're welcome to come back out here.
Come on.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, what's next for Darz? What do you got coming up? You got shows, you're working on some projects, you got merch coming out. What's going on?
You might see me on a TV show.
Okay.
That's the scoop. Might see me on a TV show.
That's all we're getting?
Yeah, I can't. I don't know what I could say or what I can't say, but it's dope. Like it's, how do I say this? Like it was a challenge. And everything's like recorded, like big budget. Like there's like 40 guys in the studio.
So you're actually on it. It's not just like your production or your music?
It was me during my production. Like I'm being recorded with my production. Right?
Okay.
And like I said, it was freaking. I flew out to LA, like on some last second stuff. They're like, hey, they gave me the idea for like, we need you to boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, yeah, it's good. He's like, all right, they're going to hit you up. I'm like, okay. So it's like a Monday or something. It's one of those or something. It was like the next week on a Monday. And they're like, did you get the contract? And I'm like, no, I didn't get nothing. Like, oh, let me hit them up. They sent it. I signed it and like, it's tomorrow. I'm like, what?
And you had a ticket and you flew out there?
I left work early so I could go home, pack, and fly out there at night. So I landed like at 12.
Okay. I didn't know if you had to pick out one of your foreigns to.
No. I had option to drive. I'm like, yeah, no. We taking the flight, bro. How did we get there? What was the question?
No, I was just, what's
up next?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of beats. I'm starting to get more attention. So you'll see my work more with bigger artists instead of like my small circle.
Okay.
So hopefully they release sometime this year. But we have classics. Like dang, I can't. It's not my project, so I can't really say it. Like I'm just a producer. But just know, like we finna get Hyphy in 2025 our way. With the people you normally get Hyphy with. You feel me? Like, it's lit.
And you got a clothing brand? You just did a photo shoot out on the Bay today. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, I started a clothing brand with two of my cousins, Marcus and Patrick. And it's called Ether. And it's our first collection is based off, like, the Greek god. So, like, we have everything from, like, Crown of Thorns and all of that stuff. It's we did a shoot in San Francisco today for like, I don't know, 8 hours or something like that, like something crazy. First shoot, we just got our samples in, and we should get our bulks hopefully by the end of this month. But it's everything's like custom cut and sewn. It's not like we're just buying massive blank T-shirts and then just putting a graphic tee on. Like everything is literally cut and sewn. Like they're putting it together.
Are these one of ones or you have stock?
No. This is gonna be mass produced.
But quality.
Yeah, quality. But it's very high quality. Like high end streetwear with reasonable prices. But I'm excited. I'm excited to shoot content for it. and promoting it and haven't seen people wear it is going to be a different type of feeling because normally I just do music. So this one, I'm very excited to see the outcome on this one for sure.
Oh, where can we find it? You got a website, or is this going to be doing like pop-up shops or in any store
I have a
locations?
website and it's locked right now because I don't have product photos or anything like that.
But it's all coming.
But it's on the way. Ether Collections. You can find our Instagram for now. It's exactly how it's spelled. Ether, AETHER Collections, and July should be the release date. Like I haven't announced anything. Like this is the first time. Like I try not to even post anything on my Instagram. Of the process. This has been the process for like months. And it's now finally like we're now starting to get like our clothing, our samples, but the whole designing phase was months.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dude, I want to post this so bad. Like I want to show people I'm coming with a clothing brand. Like,
right.
But I just want to shock factor when we release.
100%.
Yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait. I got a couple of pieces. It's in the car though, actually. But we're definitely going to bless you with the piece for sure. Just let me know which one.
I appreciate it. I'll wear it on the podcast.
Man, come on, bro. Let's do it. It's fire.
One of the episodes. All right. Well, this has been the Citrus Podcast Show, your fresh squeeze of music, art, and culture. You can find us on Instagram at Citrus Podcast, and you can follow Darz on Instagram at
Official Darz.
Official Darz. Well,
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, thank you for coming on the show, man. All right, tonight's live performance is by Darz himself performing Close Friends.
How y'all doing? I go by the name of Darz. This is my song Close Friends. Shout out to Citrus Podcast. Let's get it. I don't mean to pressure you like diamonds. AP on my wrist, perfect timing. Diamonds on my neck, see me shining. From AM to PM, you see me grinding, cause I don't wanna waste no time. First you hit my line, then you disappear. I love the way you dance, treat me like a mirror. Take a pic, then you post it on your close friends. Why you keep playing my emotions? You started off as close friends, you was down with the motion. Romance, that's where you got me floating. No chance, take it back to the past. I saw real love, don't last shit. We started off as close friends, you was down with the motion. Romance, that's where you got me floating. No chance, take it back to the past. I saw real love, don't last shit. I don't mean to live in the past tense. Sitting in this room with my last cent. Had to say it all like it's my last breath. Tryna fill this void like it's a bad check. Working on these assets, I'm up now. Every time they see me like what's up now, it's bust down. Aiming for the goal after the touchdown. No chance, take it back to the past. I saw real love, don't last shit. We started off as close friends, you was down with the motion. Romance, that's where you got me floating. No chance, take it back to the past. I saw real love, don't last shit. We started off as close friends, you was down with the motion. Romance, that's where you got me floating. No chance, take it back to the past. I saw real love, don't last shit. We started off as close friends, you was down with the motion. Romance, that's where you got me floating. No chance, take it back to the past. I saw real love, don't last shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah.